Namaste. Welcome to my channel, Indigo Angel. Thank you for all of your love and support to my channel. Today I have a very profound and special Lyran Sirian Soul Genetic Brain collective message regarding the gold luminaries of human and earth synergistic original template of earth, known as the AU in the periodic table. So basically gold. But also how this is an aspect of the aura and the aurora. This is about a meditative dream walking present life review and heart scales ascension, hyper tuning through meta conscious ascended intelligences of the stargates Vega, Sirius, and galaxy sister Andromeda, and connecting to the purest, most harmonious form of the most neutral state of being and elemental within the physical body, heart, mind, and earth. This connection and awareness assists in one's ascension by interlacing you to the three founder flame, the original primal sound and light order that makes up the ray aspects of our entire creation rays. That ultimately interlaces your gold monad to the seven sacred flames of Elohim, or seven higher heavens and flames in our time matrix of 13 dimensions in Earth's noosphere, mental plane of Earth, and the biosphere. Gregorian, Mayan, Egyptian, Babylonian, depending on what you follow, will hold structure over your capacity of dimensional shifting, not controlling it, because if you're awakened and activated, you're going to shift no matter what, but some systems are more limiting and less aligned with the original Earth template. But basically, this activation to the Sacred Trinity consists of blue ray, the mother arc, the violet magenta ray, the father arc, and the gold ray, the solar cosmic Christed ray, the energy of three that moves beyond polarity and into the microevolution of quantum celestial ascension, connecting you to the other universe units of consciousness and going through complete DNA rewrites of reality perceptions into ones of less density, freedom, and interstellar planetary cosmic explorations of Source Self. So, do you ever wonder why gold tooth replacements are the most durable? It's because it has complete lack of reactivity, wears the best, it does not tarnish, it does not rust, it is the most harmonious within the human body, and lasts the longest with the least amount of toxicity and resistance. Well, so ask any dentist, this element is the closest the human body can get to harmony within the metal body. In our electrical inventions, it does not deteriorate, it does not rust, it does not dissolve in water. It's unlike any other metal on this planet, highly conductive, and is used in everything with electrical industrial development. It produces anti-gravity properties and dark matter electrical charges. And this is why the aurora is upgrading our elemental bodies in awareness, and I'm going to explain why. The aurora provides a conscious platform of visibility within the elemental body for you to see the aura, to see the aurora within oneself, for you to see the threefold founder flame, and for you to see this translucently and holographically and psychedelically to be seen physically like the aurora borealis. What you are now seeing within is the gold, as this ray is assisting and working with Unity Christ Cosmic Consciousness Unit families on Earth, creating an upgraded solid 4 pillars in one's aura. So you may be seeing Earth's crystalline grid with 4 pillars around it. The watchers are essentially in place, being Aldebaran, Regulus, Antares, and Formal Halts, all stargates in the sky. You may be seeing 4 pillars in your own aura and others. If you see this, it's the elemental upgrade in one's field. The gold particle in the toroidal field monad and inside one's plasma is providing the illuminescence of the rays. The reflection and trajectory are all sustaining from the AU. It's the illuminator of all the other elements, like the neutral activator, allowing the element to be its highest potency with a surge of supporting harmonious electrical upgrades, kind of like the secret special factor. All of the AU, gold, aura, aurora connection, this is a huge aspect of celestial ascension. This is quantified within the subatomic particles, as gold is not an element of Earth originally. This is the truest elemental, like the 5th element. So when we actually start to talk about how we are stars made up of stardust, gold comes from a supernova explosion. This is not something that originated from Earth, as one might believe, as they spend their life digging in the ground, looking in the wrong direction, really, in truth. It's assisted in the formation of Earth and became an unlimited, abundant supply in the Earth's center as its compound forms the electrical insulation of our 9D Gaia. And just real quick before I really get into the gold, so if you're just waking up or are still bringing your body through to these higher frequencies, because remember, the body was also sleeping, and until the physical body fully awakes, one cannot experience energy on a physical level. So quantum perceptions are very difficult to understand if energy has not yet become a physical experience. And understand that galactic and cosmic are quantum and atomic, telepathic, holographic perceptions within. So a lot of this may still feel very outside of you, and if it does, that is going to show you how far it's going to take before it can come within, before it can be embodied and perceived as source self. So as this light intelligence has yet to be physically felt, your body's actually going through this integrative geometric Merkaba expansion and contraction of internal plasma awareness and fully activated awareness of the subconscious mind and software programming, which is ultimately the genetics. So celestial ascension is also embodiment of 13 dimensions and tones of physical matter, galactic civilizations, tribal prophecy, soul origins, soul genetics, lineages, multi-universal worldly collectives and perceptions on an atomic level of higher heart, and all chakra activations, 12 through 144 DNA strand reconfiguration. And I only state that to kind of give you an idea of what frequency you may be riding. So now the gold is now made visible through the aurora borealis, the Earth's crystalline grid and rainbow aura. Many will be transmitting rainbow transmissions at this time. So if you're on Facebook, on your feed, on YouTube, you're going to notice a lot more psychics and energy readers posting transmissions of the rainbow wave. You can also see this visible through the human aura and the integral process of the 3 founder flame aspect of celestial ascension and inner and outer earth and other units of other universal consciousnesses. All of this is represented by the AU, and we can now see this because of the gold elemental upgrade. So a little about the aurora borealis. So to paint more of this picture that we get to create frame by frame, but it's not always in order, it's often out of order. And here is where the human struggles, is by this uncertainty of the frames being in and out of order. And this is just the human lacking the wisdom of patience and divine timing. But essentially, the aurora is made visible when the magnetosphere is penetrated by the solar wind, and the presentation of the charged particles in both the solar wind and the magnetospheric plasma, the charged particles being subatomic fragmented gold, creating what looks like cellophane translucent orbs, lines, waves, and beams that are neutron gold particles that neither have an electrical charge or separation, mainly in the form of electrons, protons, and neutrons. Precipitate them into the upper atmosphere due to the Earth's magnetic field, where the energy is lost or transformed. The AU gold is what emits or makes visible the aura or aurora, where we are searching for gold when we carry this not only in the northern lights, inner core of Earth, but also in our own quantum, micro, and macro biosphere, but also our internal quantum cellular structures, or visually, holographically, telepathically. If you come to perceive this in meditation, or when you're connecting to Source, you may see the thinning veils of the internal walls of the cellular membrane as a transparent part of the plasma body that's opalescent white fields of beautiful tapestries of cellophane like plasma. The aurora body protects, and to those that can see, illuminates the gold monad body and aligns the entire organism energy field to the system within, making internal perceptions hyper-meta-conscious to the re-encryption process or upgrading of the elemental bodies within the physical body, also upgrading and integrating the Sophianic templating. So this is major awareness of new magnetism, reconfiguring matter in the next harmonic structure, the next expansion and contraction of your own acceleration into higher intelligence fields and states, and that point of origin is held in the dark matter template body. So we have an ascension process of aligning to crystalline crystal DNA and Christos of the masculine electrical charges sun, to then go through the re-entering of the higher heart thymus to activate the Sophia or Aurora, upgrading the elemental body within and activating one's awareness to the electrical charges of dark matter. Aligning to the double diamond sun body, which is essentially acknowledging that solar tones, resonant, and frequency is essentially androgynous, and coming into that perception and awareness as God sovereign free on earth now. So these are all of the same that I feel resonate in the same frequency. The 1320 original templating of earth, the 13th heptid gate, the dragon luminaries, the double diamond sun activation or synesthesia we experience riding the high of these highest, most neutral solar tones, seraphims, octaves, brainwaves like gamma frequency in your body, experiencing this as whole body states of perception as you walk in dreamlike state in personal observation of the weight of your heart 24/7. It's like you have your own personal scales of Mott and you get to review everything that comes in real time. Anything of density may actually affect the heartbeat itself. Physically feeling it becoming weaker and feeling like maybe your immune system is down, as once these intelligences is perceived, the physical body will actually react electrically to your intellectual masculine, feminine, Christos and Sophia soul perceptions. So if you're entangled karmatically, you become hyper aware to these shifts of frequency and vibration to this entanglement and actually feel static, kinetic, or thermic electrical frequency in your own physical heart. Any density in the body, whether it be emotional, mental, physical, will noticeably weaken the heartbeat. I recently aligned, and I got a story for you here. I recently aligned to a very toxic situation that I'm finding that was a major test. Ultimately, this weakened my immune system, and I woke up last week with a very weak heartbeat, experiencing tremendously reduced luminous charges and more magnetic cohesion and static. I was unable to receive any Stargate transmissions and was basically forced to nurse my body back to health, and I had no choice but to sit with it. There wasn't anything else that I could do, and it was all from me not being able to listen to the light of my soul in an luminous charge or a gamma charge. There was too much interference in my field. This is when I actually start to worry for my human limitation. For I worry that my human limitation cannot care for an ascended physical body, as my cellular structure has actually changed according to higher light consciousness. So this means No more bullshit. This means strict diet, no chemicals, no impurities, no toxicity, whether that be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, whatsoever. And this is just to maintain a homeostasis. So if the veils are put back up, or void spaces or negative energetic attachments consume my state of creation, I may pay the karmatic price very heavily and suffer energetically on a physical level. Having thin veils also means your actual body is less dense. So encountering entities that feed off of the lower dimensions can be very toxic to your body. It may take a couple cycles of the moon to actually fully purge the toxicity integration while consciously doing mental exercises of alchemy. So this is steps in the evolution of our consciousness, and this is ultimately when the body can align to these whole brain perceptions in full body resonance, androgynous electrical tones. One can see the gold inside and identify 6 identifiable states of electricity existing in the cosmos through the heartbeat and all chakra body illumination. So the gold being the purest state of our being, the neutron state, the neutral state, where you are aligned to a constant state of opposition to alternating currents. It is essentially the insulation. And then we have the thermic charge, which is heat, is when you have 2 positive charges in resonance and 2 masculine electrical charges. Then we have the luminous, which is 2 negative charges in resonance. These are 2 feminine charges. We have the kinetic, which is ambivalent movement with 3 positive charges and 3 negative charges in equilibrium or direct current. The magnetic cohesion, this is predominantly positive in harmony. And then you have static distension, which is predominantly negative in harmony. Illumination of these 6 types of electricity, masculine and feminine charges of solar winds, flares, heartbeats within the body. Remember, all of this is within the body as well. Solar flares, solar winds, this is all in the body as well. Ingesting of solar particles activates the aurora crown, which paves the way to the higher heavens of the next universe. So your visions, your descended light intelligence, telepathic holographic transfers are coming from the crystal body that has restored the Mother Ark by acting as a platform that created a passageway from the Milky Way to the Andromeda Galaxy, restoring the 7 higher realms, guardian hosts, and the original founder root races, becoming a full rainbow crystal matrix being that can biologically shape-shift consciousness to transmute itself in and out of the matrices. The Mother Ark is the gold neutral luminaries of the pole planetary star, or the 13th electrical circuits of the blue ray. This is the first layer of the 0-point field, or the insulation. The Oraphim, or Orpheus of Lyra, it is a Lyran Syrian melody of the direct universal 3-fold flame to repair the architecture of the planetary grid. It is the code of the Blue Nile. This is Cosmic Christos Unity Consciousness working with other universes, beginning to rehabilitate the organic timelines for the God Sovereign Free Ascension. Timelines preserving human sovereignty on Earth. It's been in the gold the whole time. So now we can see why the Anunnaki knew to take our gold consciousness, digging endlessly to hand over the core essence of what we are in our purest state, which is ultimately, universally galactic, because gold actually forms from a supernova exploding, to then hijack the planetary logos and ley lines for the hidden control forces. But this is also identifying the element of mercury. Mercury is not only a substance, a very toxic substance, a metal on Earth, but it's also mercury of the mind. Don't think that there's no correlation in those two right there. Mercury eats gold and basically turns it into another substance called amalgam. So the lethality resides within our own mental mind, our own mental mastery and physical bodies, keeping the mercury away from the gold, keeping the mercury out of our bodies and our children. Once they receive their healthy dose at the doctor, who knows what gold is consumed in their body, eating away essences of their soul and their lightship. Gold is also a natural radiation shield. We cannot afford in this time of heightened exposure to EMF to sacrifice any more of our gold. We will need our gold back to sustain in these future times to come. That's why ingesting monatomic gold is extremely good for you, healing, and it is ultimately the fountain of youth and immortality. It's 1920 in Exodus, Moses seen the golden calf and grounded it up to powder and threw it in the water and made the Israelites drink it. This is a true story in the Bible. Gold is the elixir of life. Lyran's wish to transmit. Go for the gold crisis of your planet, and you will heal all slavery timelines of Earth. We came here to heal the slavery timelines. That is the entire mission of the Lyran Collective. These DNA rewrites are restoring the original freedom human blueprints, releasing cellular record, shedding the old skin, and growing new skin on the etheric webbing. So the Aurora Network is starting to generate more and more, working together in cohesion, activating the bridge to the Mother Ark. For one to come fully to see that the gold is not outside of you, it has always been inside of you, such as gold is the center of our earth, the daughter of a star. The gold is the center of your biology, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, to illuminate the most visible aspects of our earth's natural beauty, highlighting the 7 heavens. Why do you think there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Time has come to start saving your valuables in gold, as Earth will start to resort back to the systems of gold as homeostasis in the future. Namaste, thank you, and thank you for listening to this Lyran Syrian collective message regarding the gold luminaries of human and Earth synergistic original template of Earth. Thank you so much, and I will be putting out more transmissions as I receive the downloads. Namaste, Sat Nam. Have a wonderful day.